Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 2 in my Python plus SQL projects for data analysis series. In the last video, we installed PostgreSQL. Today, I'm keeping my promise. We're going to create our first database and connect to it using Python inside VS Code with Jupyter Notebook. This is exactly how real data analysts work. SQL stores the data, and Python pulls it in for analysis and visualization. Let's do it step by step. But first, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. I post every week on anything with Python, Pandas, SQL, Power BI, and real data analysis skills, explained simply and visually. All right, so from files to databases using PostgreSQL with Python, we're going to create a database. We're going to create a table with columns, and then we're going to connect Python to PostgreSQL. So first, why use a database instead of a CSV file? So CSV files are great for learning, but in real-world projects, companies use databases. And databases are faster, safer, and designed to handle growing data over time. And what is a database? So basically, whenever you input data, like say you're on a website and it asks you for your name, you enter your name, it asks you for date of birth, you enter your date of birth. Well, all that data has to go somewhere. So it gets stored inside a database. And a database is an organized place to store data so it can easily query, update, and be shared. And what is a table? Well, tables store data in rows and columns. Each row equals one record. Each column equals one field, similar to an Excel sheet. Tables live inside a database and can be queried using SQL. So this is basically how Python plus PostgreSQL work together. PostgreSQL is where the data lives. Python is how we analyze it and visualize it. SQL is the bridge that lets Python ask questions and pull data from the database. In this video, we'll create our database, set up tables, and then connect everything to Python using VS Code and Jupyter Notebook. This is a real data analyst workflow, not just theory. So now, let's get started and open up PostgreSQL. All right, so step 1. First, open PgAdmin. This comes with PostgreSQL. If you're on Windows, search for PgAdmin 4. So once you're in, we're going to go ahead and go to step 2, where we're going to connect to your server. So on the left side, expand servers. So once you expand, it may ask you for a password you created during installation, and save it if you want, and OK. So in step 3, we're going to create a new database, and the first thing you need to do is click on your databases here and right click and create database. So the database name is going to be store underscore performance underscore DB for database. I'm naming mine store performance DB because we're going to analyze store performance using real business style data. You can name yours whatever you like or whatever you prefer. Now you can go ahead and hit save. Now on your left side, you will see a new little yellow database here, and it's called Store Performance DB. Now under schemas, if you expand this, you will scroll down and see tables. Well, right now there's no tables if you expand the tables, but we are going to go ahead and create a table. But before moving on, I just want to share with you the data set that we will be using. So here is the data set. So it has date, day of week, store ID, store name, city, state, region, store type, sales channel, category, transactions, units sold, gross sales, discounts, returns, net sales, COGs, profits, average ticket, and profit margin. So those are our columns. So what we're going to do in the table as we create it, so that way you can have kind of like a visual in your mind of like what we are creating. So right now we are just going to create the table, which is just the column names. So it's going to be blank. There will be no data in it right now. So make sure these column names are spelled exactly as they are in the sheet. Capitalization, lowercase does not matter because PostgreSQL pretty much puts anything that's are not in quotes. So make sure nothing is in quotes to lowercase. So as long as you don't have any quotes in your column names, you will be fine. As long as they are spelled correctly. That's all that matters. So now that we have our column names, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. and we will go ahead and start creating this table. So the first thing is I'm going to use a PgAdmin's query tool, which lets you run SQL commands. And to do this, we're going to go to the Store Performance Database. So make sure it's selected, Store Performance Database. And then we're going to click on Tools up here on the top, and then click Query Tool there. So now you're in a query tool for SQL commands. So I already have all of my SQL typed up for me, so I'm going to go ahead and paste that in here. So here we are creating our table. In that is our data column names, which is date, day of week, store ID, store name, city, state, region, and so on. But as you can see, it has date and then date, day of week, text, store ID, integer. So those are our data types in red. Then you can see gross sales numeric 12,2. This means we can store large numbers accurately with exactly 2 decimal places. So this is perfect for money, like sales, profit, or costs. So basically the 12 is total digits allowed, and then the 2 is digits after the decimal. So we'll go ahead and run this. Here, this little play button. And then here under messages, it says create table, query returned successfully. So this table matches the columns we'll use in our data set. Now we have a real SQL table ready for data. So here on the left side, if you can go under, make sure you're under the Store Performance Database that we created, and then expand your schemas, and then expand tables. So it is not there, but if you go ahead and go back up here to Store Performance to close that. Now make sure Store Performance is selected, right click, and go to Refresh. Now you can go ahead and open that, expand that, schemas, and your tables. So now you'll have your store sales table there. Make sure to do that refresh whenever you create something new within that database. Then we can go ahead and click on columns, and we have all of our column names. So now that we saw our tables here, this means we're good. So now we're going to open VS Code plus Jupyter Notebook, and we're going to connect it to our database. So I'll see you inside VS Code. All right, so here I am in my Visual Studio Code where we're going to type up some Python using Jupyter Notebook. So if you're not sure how to get this software, I have a video. I explain how to install Python, VS Code, and Jupyter Notebook. I will put that link in the description below so you can go ahead and go on to this next step. So if you have not done that yet, make sure to go back, install, and then come back here and we will proceed. We're going to go ahead and create a file that is a Jupyter Notebook file. So to do that, you're going to go into VS Code, go to File here on top, click on that, then go to New File, and here it will pop up if you have Jupyter Notebook installed into VS Code. So go here, there's text file option, Python, which is the .py. We don't want that one. We want Jupyter Notebook. So that's the .ipynb. So click that for the notebook. And now you have a new Jupyter Notebook opened. So here on the left side, I'll say Untitled 1. It's also up here. So what you can do is right click and then save. You can save it as store_analysis. So now here it says save as type JSON. So it's a JSON file. So when you save a Jupyter Notebook, it gets saved as a .ipynb file. But under the hood, this file is actually a JSON format, which stores all of your code cells, outputs, and markdown text. So if you see it showing a JSON on your computer, that's completely normal. So go ahead and click Save. And now you see the name now as store_analysis. We're going to install Python libraries. So to connect to Python to PostgreSQL, we need 2 libraries. It's going to be the SQL Alchemy for database connection, and then the PyPG2, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. This is for the PostgreSQL driver. And we will go ahead and run this code. Sometimes when you run your codes, it will ask you which Python environment. So I click Python environment. Then I have 2 versions of Python installed on my computer, but I do the updated version, which is the Python 3.14, and it runs that code. So you may be asked that. If not, you can skip that. So if it's the first time installing your libraries, it may take a minute, and that's normal. All right, to create another cell, you just click here on plus code on the top, and you have another blank cell. Okay, so this part we're going to import. Now we installed our libraries, we want to import our libraries. So just to keep in mind, the installation only happens one time. So if you already have those libraries installed in your computer, no worries to do that again. You can go ahead and go forward to importing your libraries. So here we are in import pandas as PD. And then from SQL Alchemy, import create engine, comma, text. And we will go ahead and run this. And we got a green check mark, which means success. So now we'll go ahead and create another cell here. We're going to connect Python to PostgreSQL. We're going to create a connection string. So you're going to replace username. In this case, it's Postgres, so we're going to use Postgres. And then your password. And then the default for host. And the default for port. And then the database name, which is store_performance DB. So this line creates a connection bridge between Python and PostgreSQL. Think of it like a login URL that Python uses to talk to the database. So the create engine comes from SQL Alchemy. It creates an engine object that Python uses to send queries to PostgreSQL. And the PostgreSQL plus psychopg2 tells Python what database we're connecting to and what driver to use. So the username and password, this is your PostgreSQL login, the same username and password you created when installing PostgreSQL. And then the host and port, this tells Python where PostgreSQL is running. So localhost means it's running on your computer, and 5432 is PostgreSQL's default port. And the DB name, this is the exact database we want to connect to, the one we just created in PostgreSQL. So make sure this DB name, it's calling this one here. So make sure this is your correct database name. All right, so we'll go ahead and run this code. And it ran successfully. So we'll go ahead and create another cell. So here we are going to test the connection. So I put a number sign to put a note, test the connection. And here we're going to do with.connect as CONN. The result equals CONN.execute. And then print the result to fetch. So I will go ahead and run this code. And it ran successfully. Congratulations, Python is officially connected to your database. So this part, we're going to do a quick test query. So I'll go ahead and add another cell with engine.connect as CONN, and then do result equals CONN.execute. Text, open parentheses, double quotation, select table underscore name from information schema. All the rest of that is correct. And then print result fetch all. And run this code. And this confirms that we are now connected. And that's episode 2 complete. So we created our PostgreSQL database, which is store_performance DB. Then we created our table, which is store cells. So this table is inside our database. And then from our tables, we created the columns. And then from there, we went and connected to Python and VS Code using SQL Alchemy. So in the next episode, we're going to load our data set into PostgreSQL, then pull it back out with SQL queries and build store performance insights like a real analyst. If you're following the series, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.